Hi, good evening, good morning, whatever the time it is you're watching this. I'm going to be very straight to the point. This is for everyone in the academy. It will help you to be able to see how I expect, the assignment. I don't really want to call it an assignment really because it's just everyone in there is an adult. We're just trying to see how everyone can, basically up your trading game. And one of the best ways you can do that is to, back test, do things publicly, share your ideas with people. I've never seen a better way to grow than this, honestly. And if there's one thing that has helped me as a person in my growth curve as a trader is the fact that I've always been sharing, my chats with people, sharing opinions, listening to other people's opinion, trying to see correctly. Now, one thing I want you to also put at the back of your mind is that trading is a journey. At a point you're going to feel like, oh, really, are people really making money, off trading at all? Is this worthwhile? Is this, you're going to feel that everyone gets to that point. At a point in time, you're going to feel, man, I don't think this is for me. Honestly, it's going to happen to you. And for some people, yeah, you might not experience that, but I once experienced that, and I'm going to be honest about it. Like, I felt like quitting because everyone talks about profit, profit, profit. Then for me, it was like, wow, I'm not really making the profit. So what are those things that I wasn't doing right? I think the major thing for me was my emotions, right? I think the major thing for me was my emotions. This thing dealt with me for a very long period of time, right? Sometimes you enter into a winning trade, you are panicking, or you have the wrong position on trade. Stuffs like that will do happen, and then you get to have a lot of fear. So when you hit stop loss, maybe because you enter the trade too early or you put the stop loss in an improper place, ideal situation, you can re-enter into the trade once you eventually are able to correct yourself. But honestly, man, this thing felt so deep that at times you won't just be able to. So you get knocked off from a winning trade, and then instead of you re-strategizing to make your entries over again, you just get your emotions all messed up. So I've been there, I've been there, I've been there. Right now, look at this. I'm sure if you guys can remember the last chat that was dropped on the group yesterday, someone talked about Euro JPY. I think that was the team. The team dropped the chart of Euro JPY. He brought this trend line from the daily trend, which is still very valid, still very, very valid. You can pick it all the way. And then right here is what I have on H4. Yes. So now this assignment quickly, I want everyone to please do it doing a video, right? I don't want just pictures, right? I don't want just pictures. I would appreciate a video. If you can't, just do it. Record it anyhow. If you're going to record your screen with your phone, anyhow possible. I'm recording this presently with Zoom. It's quite very easy to do. It's free to do. Just share your screen, then do the record option. Quite straight to the point. Okay. So that said, then we had all these kind of experiences today. I'm going to go into that. For me as a person, I stop loss on here. And if you recall, I was saying that GJ was going to give us, what's it called, 90 pips as the minimum, which also happened. This trade was quite threatening a lot. I think for me, I had to take two entries. The first entry got to this point. At this level, I took a lot of partial profits, right? Expecting that price was going to break, and then I was expecting price to break to the upside, which happened. After this bullish confirmation, I kept positions, added an extra position, then put my stop loss beneath this week. Unfortunately, it got hit, right, with this very strong candle. And then we had the new opportunity. Look at this, more like a very similar candlestick over here, this one and this one, still giving that bullish confirmation. So sometimes it's very, very difficult for a new person to enter into a trade like this, because I don't know what happened. Like this is, I wouldn't want to call it an abnormal situation because that's the market. The market, though it's meant to go up, it's not just going to go in one single direction. Though it's meant to go down, it's not going to go in one single direction. And obviously, at the end of the day, from this entry point, the 90 pips trade still happen. It still happen. All right. it still happened. Then for here in Euro JPY, we're expecting 70 pips, which was, the two pairs actually have very similar structure. So the expectation from here, based off this trend line, was that okay, we should have at least 70 pips off here. I was expecting price to get to minimum, at least get to this point over here, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Other than that, what did we get? We got a stop loss. But look at this, even though we got stopped out, that's for those who didn't take profit. At the point we're already 15 pips up. I expect the minimum you do when you're up in that kind of level of profit, put your stop loss to break even. So what's going to happen at the minimum is that what you are not going to be making money off the trade, neither are you going to be losing a dime, right? Because risk management, very, 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 very important. Okay, so that didn't happen. Tomorrow, maybe for those who trade Asian, depends on how this other H4 candle closes. My expectation is still that what price will push to the upside. All right. So for those who will be trading Asian or those who will be trading tomorrow, this is yes, yes, yes. So that said, what we are doing is to go back into, I think June is what I stated. So I'm going to quickly do May for Euro JPY. How do you find out what period you have to focus on? You can use this straight line tool over here. You can pick it up over here if you have not favorited it. So you can favorite it, so it's going to be easy for you to pick anytime you need your tools. You can easily do that here. So I want to know my period. My period is the example I gave is July. So let me do June. So this is May. So from the 1st of June, I want to know the zone I'm focusing on. All right, from the 1st of June to the 31st of June. And I said H4 and H1. All right. So to the 31st of June. Almost there. So mark out the period you are to work on. All right. So since July started here, so this is all these candles in here basically is for what's it called, the month of June. So what's my assignment? My assignment says just check out. So the first thing you are basically going to do, right, is mark out all the zones, the extremely important zones, right? This is like the highest place price got to. Let's look for the lowest place price got to also and mark it all out. And then having done this, let's look for other important zones in between. So I'm treating this chart presently now like the right, all this angle is not in existence. This angle is not in existence also. So this is a good level. All right, nothing artistic, just basically something good that we can all learn from and that you as a person can share also. So we can do this also. I can mark out this level. I don't want to make it messy, so let me do this. All right, so obviously we're looking out for buy entries and then sell entries. I'm going down now to H1. So because I've put that line, this line now to mark them out, I can easily spot the levels or the particular duration I'm looking out for. On the other hand, you can just zoom in. You can do this on whatever software it is, be it MetaTrader 4, be it your what's it called? So your trading view also. I prefer to just always do my analysis on trading. So if we're looking out for buy entries, it will mean that those are places where you're expecting price to go up, right? You're expecting price to go to the upside. So this is an important level. You can see how price pushed above, price came back to retest, and then price kept going. So if I'm taking a buy entry over here, let me zoom that in. I want you guys to, as much as possible, try to be very explicit with what you're doing. All right. You can do this. It's not so hard. You know. So over here now, look at this level. I've seen it as an important level. This is where price broke through. Price came back to retest. One could have taken an entry at the close of this candle, but I don't like to take this kind of entries. Look at for the retest. The retest happened, and then we had this. So at this level, at this particular candle, yes, at the close of this candle, good place to take a buy. And then you would have put your stop loss just beneath this level, right? Ideally beneath the level. Just put your stop loss beneath this level. So if you are taking an entry for an example here, 121.453, your stop loss would have been here at 121.119. Then take profit obviously to the next level. You will have gone to the far left because we're assuming that this hasn't happened. But when you go to the far left, you will see how relevant this place is. So let's try to see why did price get there and then before the next level of retracement. When you look all the way down farther left, you should be able to spot why. And then you can see how price reacted at that level. So somewhere here, obviously here, would have been the next, sorry, that would have been the next available place for you to, looking at these levels, see how price reacted to that level. So that would have been the next place where you would have put your take profit, because the information you need to know the future is always on the left, but where you make the money is always on the right. Okay, so you make money when the chart is moving to the right, you pick your information from the left. All right, so that said, this is one buy opportunity, and then obviously look at the structure also showing that yes, it's a good time to buy. Now, if one has made that kind of you had put your take profit over here based on what we saw, and then you see how that level eventually came back to become this take profit level eventually came back to become another important level. And see how what happened when price pushed above it, price came down. Then we have another bullish opportunity here with this candle, the candle before this long one closing bullish. That would have also indicated what? Another buy opportunity. In that situation, where would your stop loss have been? Go all the way back. In that situation, where would your stop loss have been? Obviously, beneath this candle is just ideal, right? Beneath this candle. It's an aggressive entry, no doubt, but you can't put your stop loss immediately beneath this level, except you go down to maybe 30 minutes to see what happened here, all right? But in this situation, just to protect the trade so that you don't get stopped out prematurely, what do? It's ideal for you to just put your stop loss at this level, beneath this particular candle, and then you ride to the next take profit level. Where would you pick your take profit from? You go further left, and you'll see how relevant this level is when you go further left. All right, so for the sales now, obviously this is a level you have taken buy for. Even here at this point, when price pushed up, if you consider here, price pushed up, price came back down, pushed up, came back down. Price couldn't create what? A significantly new high, right? Price couldn't break above and then maintain the level above it. What do? This is a strong bearish confirmation. This particular candle, strong bearish confirmation, showing you that yes. And then for students of trend line, you can always, you could have taken out, pulled up a trend line just to see, right? And except the trends are in a confluence, right? If you take this now, always take a trade in the direction of the trend line. Let me put it that way. That's simple. If you watch the video 1 point, I think it's 1.4 or 1.5 in the academy, I talked about how to use trend lines extensively. That will be of help to everyone. All right, so I won't want to go over that again. To keep this short and simple, at the end of this candle, you'll see, and then this retracement comes in, is a good opportunity to take to shoot for It's a good opportunity to shoot for a sell. Where would your stop loss be? Stop loss can be above this candle. Sorry, boy. Your stop loss can be above this candle, right? This particular one, or just above the zone. Then what will happen? Price will push, you know. Imagine holding this kind of situation now, right? Maybe your trade tomorrow, when you start seeing drawdowns, try to understand, should you jump out of the trade because of drawdown, or is just a pullback, just a retest? And what happened here? This price pushed this way, but eventually price came back. It was pushed down. The candle closed bullish, but this is a reversal pattern and it's happening at a significant supply level. That should give you more confidence. When I see situations like this, these are times where I look out for and say, okay, let me add an extra position. Okay, you don't just keep adding extra positions. That's not even the purpose of this particular tutorial, right? This one is just to show you what I expect from everyone. You may not be able to do it excellently like I'm doing now. Just have fun while doing it. I want to know the level every of my students are at the moment, and that will really help me to be able to take everyone to where is expected. All right, so that's going to be it, guys. I look forward to hearing your from you. Just do a simple, either record with your phone screen. Just ensure you do it as a video. Thank you very much, everyone. See you guys soon.